Hello, BookTube. I wanted to give you your regular weekly reminder of my other regular appearance on YouTube talking about books, and that is the Cedarburg Public Library's radio show, their podcast, which is also a BookTube channel. I'll leave a link to it down below. It's a wonderful fun where once a week, my producer and I talk about the books of the week. Some of you will notice that it was late going up this week. It's supposed to go up on Fridays, and it didn't go up until, I think, today, maybe early today, maybe a little bit late yesterday. This is, of course, completely unacceptable, so I thunderously fired my producer. And I will find a new producer, and we will go on with the show. Be sure the show must go on. But that loser's out the door like last week's trash. But he did have a fugitive good idea for the last week's show. Ordinarily, the breakdown of CPL Radio's Books of the Week is a new release in nonfiction, a new release in fiction, and then a wild card, where I pick something that's maybe not a little of either, or maybe a lot of both. And he had an idea that we should do new nonfiction, new fiction, and then a rapid fire round where he collects books that are actually at the library, 10 or so of them, and we do rapid fire, one book a minute of has Steve heard of it? Has Steve read it? What does Steve think of the book, the author, the subject matter? And that seems to have gone over well. In the taping itself, my producer and I were thinking, well, maybe we'll do this once a month. But people are seeming to like it. So I might do that again in next week's show with my brand new producer. We'll have to see. But I'm going to leave a link to Books of the Week this time around. It is, as always, great fun. I want to give just a slight preliminary apology to a couple of technical difficulties. I don't know what it is. I do Zoom calls all the time, all over the world. Somehow, with this, there are buffering problems. My producer, the old one, before I thunderously fired him, was very good at smoothing those parts out. But I wonder why they happen at all. And the other technical thing that I think is really noticeable this time around, maybe it was noticeable to you all along, is my audio on this show. I really think that for that show anyway, I really need some sort of a lapel mic or something like that. And of course, I know nothing about that technology. So I'll have to see what a new producer might have to say about that. Because nobody cares what the old producer has to say, because he took 4 days to get the show up. But anyway, you want to go over there, you want to watch the show, watch the previous Books of the Week. There's also all the back catalog of our previous incarnation of the show, Book of the Day. And you want to do all the YouTube things that I don't ask you to do on this channel. Go over and like the video. Go over and subscribe to the channel. Maybe leave a fun comment to engage the algorithm. I want this channel to do better all the time. I want it to do well. Rack up enough numbers maybe to get monetized, rack up enough numbers to get noticed by the algorithm, because I want it to succeed well enough so that it cannot be canceled on a whim. The way Books of the Day was. And the only way to do that is to make it an actual success in a way that I never asked this channel to be. So feel free to go and do those things. I believe that you will not view it as charity. It is actually a lot of fun. Just want to give you your reminder in case you're new to this channel or in case you forgot or whatever. Go over and subscribe. Go over and watch that video and see what you think. Anyway, I'm going to wrap up your reminder for now, but I'll be back. Thank you, BookTube.